What's up, guys? ArtistVersion1 here, and welcome back to another edition of the Three-Way Dance Wrestling Podcast, the podcast where a wrench was just thrown into the gears because we're at the Three-Way Dance this week. Shelby had some personal business to attend to, or as they like to say in WWE, he's on assignment this week. So it is me, the ArtistVersion1, and joining me as always is he's got a fast car, fast enough to fly away, Nick.
I'm gonna take it to anywhere. Wait,
There you go.
are you okay?
Yeah, close enough. It works.
You threw a wrench into the lyric there because like the fly it away part. What's up, everybody? I knew
Yeah,
it was
that's what
Tracy
it's like.
Chapman.
Well, it's technically like he's got a fast car, fast enough so he can fly away.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So I just changed it to where I can make it about you. All right. So yeah,
Mm.
like we said, Shelby on assignment this week. So no role playing tonight because Shelby's pretty much our dungeon master. So Nick actually had to pull this one out of his ass because I was at work when this happened. So we're actually going to be taking a look at Pro Wrestling Illustrated's top 500, not number by number. We're going to point out a few ones that we think are odd and obviously examine the top, at least 25 there. We're going to do that. But we are still going to play It Came From eBay. We're going to play the three-word dance. And for this episode only, I put out a short earlier this week. We're gonna take some questions this week. I figured why not? I figured let's do some questions. Let's bring back some old segments. I almost brought back Name the Event for tonight since Shelby couldn't make it, but I was just like, you know what? I think the PWI and questions should be sufficient. So
Yeah.
So let's get right into it. Let's talk about a little bit of news here, and let's, you know what? There's certain wrestlers that when I see them sometimes on TV, and I'm just when I see them coming, I know they're just not getting what they deserve. The first two words that always come into my head is poor bastard. The poor bastard club, as I like to call it. And I think unfortunately we have a new member to the poor bastard club right now because I think this person has some potential. But Veer Mahan is, I believe, now a member of the poor bastard club because he was getting this push when Vince was, although a very flawed push, because I think they should have pushed him as a face.
Yeah.
But it looks like WWE has no creative plans for Veer, and right now it seems like that as a bonus story here, they have no creative plans for Omos either. Which I'm like, there's your story right there: Veer as a face versus Omos.
That could work. I also I read a few things because I read that article. What was that? Monday, maybe Tuesday.
Yeah, something like that.
And then I read that. No, it was Monday because then Omos showed up on Raw and basically doing the same thing Braun Strowman's been doing. And then I saw where I saw an article that read Crown Jewel plans for Goldberg and Brock Lesnar. And I'm like, Goldberg and Brock? What? So apparently it's like in this article, it's saying that it would be Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley at Crown Jewel, which, okay, we've done it, but sure, whatever. If it's properly booked, whatever.
I guess.
And then Goldberg versus Omos or Veer Mahan. And I'm like, what?
I just think the money in that, because like they had a golden opportunity, like I've said many times before, they had a golden opportunity because everybody was in on the joke.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was in on the joke on Veer Mahan.
About how funny it was. I finally made it.
Yeah, about how fucking funny it was that they kept pushing this fucking return and shit to the point where it was comical. So like when he debuted, I think they could have made a real big face thing with this. Like he comes out like he's gonna fuck up Rey Mysterio and shit, and then like just
shakes his hand.
Yeah, and fucks up the heel and shit. I think they could have really ran with that. But here's their opportunity right here, I think. I think maybe Omos is fucking up somebody like a Rey Mysterio. I know he's got his own shit going on, but just for example's sake, maybe he's fucking up Rey Mysterio. Who comes to the rescue? Veer Mahan. Boom, you're off and running.
Put all three in there. Have Omos, Braun, and fucking Veer. Like, maybe Omos is getting the best of Braun, and it's just like, who can stop Omos? And it's fucking Veer of all people.
Veer with his $1 million arm and $1 million hair.
Exactly.
I'd watch that. All right.
I don't want to see Goldberg versus Omos.
God, no.
If it's Veer versus Goldberg and Veer wins, sure, but that wouldn't happen.
Yeah. Goldberg just needs to ride off to the sunset. He's a Hall of Famer, so there you go. But hey, speaking of Hall of Fame,
Otherwise, just move Veer to fucking back to NXT and put him back with Sangha.
Yeah, yeah. Because Sanga's a face there, so I mean, hey, you know,
he wears the same paint.
Yeah, there you go. But like I said in my segue, speaking of Hall of Fame, looks like they're considering somebody very controversial for the Hall of Fame. Have you read about who this could be?
Yes, and I'm kind of confused.
You have? Okay. You're confused?
I'm confused because this individual said they only wanted to go in when they die.
Oh, okay. Well, word has it is that there's a smidget of a talk about Vince McMahon himself being inducted into this year's Hall of Fame, which, I'm gonna raise so much fucking hell if that happens. We all know why. We have a question about it later, but I mean,
are you talking Benoit?
Yeah. Just judging from a performance, you know, like Paul Heyman said, performance-wise, top 5 of all time. Person-wise, maybe not so much. Yeah. You know, but I think Vince, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, when it comes to WWE, I mean, shit, he's the reason why we're here right now talking about this shit.
Yeah.
You know, but if we're going to exclude somebody like Benoit for, you know, reasons, you know, then we should exclude Vince McMahon for other said reasons. I mean, there's hush money.
China on personal reasons, like individual, or fucking they took Superfly out. They took Hogan out.
Yeah, the only reason they got re-added. The only reason China got in is because she was part of a group. That's the only reason she's in.
Sonny was in before all that shit happened.
Yeah. You know, so I mean, I get why this is a conversation. I get why, like, oh, maybe we should put Vince in. But I think we put Vince in, then I think Benoit should be allowed in.
If we're going on that basis, then somebody like a Benoit or an individual China induction or something like that, I think by all means should happen. I can remember reading that Vince didn't want to go into the Hall of Fame until he dies because he doesn't want people speaking about him. And who the fuck is going to induct him? It's not going to look like a fucking, like, it's not going to be Hogan, is it? Like,
well, I mean, wouldn't that be the perfect one?
Next to Stephanie and Shane and Triple H. Because, I mean, he's not with Linda anymore. There's some...
like, I mean, dead or alive, I mean, that's it. The fucking, it's like Clinton.
Yeah.
Dead or alive, no matter what he did and shit, boom, blowjob. That's what Clinton's going to be remembered for.
Yep.
You know? So, I mean, and Vince, I mean, yeah, he made WrestleMania. He got us, you know, we're here right now and shit. Hush money.
He remembered hush money, how he left rather than the contribution to the industry, regardless of what it is.
Exactly. You know? And that's what it is with Benoit. Like, yeah, we can sit here and be like, Benoit was a great wrestler regardless of what happened. But people are going to be like, but he murdered his family. You know?
There you go.
While it is 2 different extremes, but still, you get the point.
You know? But I mean, well, with it being 2 different extremes, if anybody would be like, it's 2 different extremes, okay, well, then what about China on an individual basis? What about removing Hogan and Superfly? What about fucking... There's got to be others. Ultimate Warrior, Jeff Jarrett, fucking...
What about Luna Vachon not even getting an induction? Getting that
and then gets the legacy wing, which
where it's just like, hey,
any sense. Mad Dog Vachon. Which one was her father? Was it Mad Dog Vachon?
Yeah,
Mad Dog. He's in the actual Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he got it.
Luna is in the legacy wing.
Yeah, he got an actual...
is in the legacy wing.
Mad Dog actually got an induction and everything, but like Luna, the legacy wing, for those of you listening, like, what the fuck is a legacy wing? The legacy wing of the Hall of Fame is basically just like, you know what? These are fuckers.
It's the honorable mention.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, these are fuckers that are just Hall of Fame. It's the honorary Oscar. It's like the, hey, you never won an Oscar, but here's one anyway.
Isn't that the Cecil B. DeMille Award?
I think that's what it is.
Something like that. I haven't watched the Oscars in quite a few years.
And that's what Luna Vachon got. And I don't think Luna Vachon... I mean, I can understand certain names going there, like a George Hackenschmidt.
No, like, the Bella Twins. got an induction into the
Yeah.
Hall of Fame. And fucking Luna Vachon did. Are you kidding me?
I can understand like not mainstream names, them throwing into the legacy wing. Like
Rikio
okay, like
Dozan.
who?
Rikio Dozan from Japan.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
George Hackenschmidt, fucking Tootsmont.
Yeah, see, I can understand those. Like, okay, those go into the legacy wing, but like somebody like Luna Vachon, who was well known for her attributes and everything, should have got a regular induction. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see about all this in Vince McMahon the movie. Hey, speaking of movies, a couple weeks ago we mentioned Zac Efron has been cast in the Kerry Von Erich movie, which now has a name apparently. It's called The Iron Claw.
Okay,
but, yeah. But we were like, oh, who's Zac Efron gonna play? Well, he's not gonna be playing Kerry Von Erich because they have found an actor to play Kerry Von Erich. Is apparently a gentleman named Jeremy Allen White, who I'm not real familiar with his work, but apparently he was on Showtime Shameless, and he's on a show called The Bear on FX. That is
I got nothing on those. But who the fuck is Zac Efron playing? Kevin?
Fritz? I was thinking Fritz because I figured, yeah, Zac Efron's young and attractive.
To play Fritz,
it's
though.
Fucking Hollywood. If they can take a white person and make them play an Asian person, why can't they do that?
Were you talking Tom Cruise in The Last Samurai?
I was thinking more Scarlett Johansson and Ghost in the Shell, but okay.
Okay, yeah, something like that. Yeah, I suppose Hollywood has its own way of doing things, but I don't know if I see Zac Efron as Fritz.
I mean, fucking, they had what was her name? Meryl Streep. They had Meryl Streep play Bob Dylan in a movie.
Very, very good point.
You know, I mean, shit.
Glenn Close, I think, was in that too, or she was.
Or maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Glenn Close. I know they
cast
somebody
like that.
I know they cast a woman to play Bob Dylan in that movie because they had like multiple people play Bob Dylan.
Maybe it was Glenn Close and Meryl Streep, then something like that.
Maybe it was something.
Kate Blanchett or something. I don't fucking know.
But I'm curious about the movie because I'm just like, is it gonna be like theatrical or is it gonna be like, one of those little independent piece of shit movies? You know what I mean? Yeah.
See, that's what I'm curious about too, because with the Zac Efron in it, it's like this might be theatrical.
That's true. And I mean, look at the last big wrestling movie that came out. It did fairly well, Fighting with My Family.
Oh well, it did fairly well, and then before that, it was The Wrestler, which did really well.
Yeah.
I think though, by basing it on the Von Erich family, it's very kind of. I don't know. Or is it based on Carrie?
Maybe it could be the Von Erich family as a whole, given the tragedy of their family.
Well, I mean, by calling it the Iron Claw, though, that's the finishing.
Yeah, well, didn't they all use the claw?
That's what I'm saying. They all used the claw.
Yeah, I mean, fucking even Drunky Von Erich, aka Lacey, used the goddamn claw.
Apparently, she was a hoe too.
That doesn't surprise me.
I think it was Awesome Kong put her in the hoe bag.
Who didn't put her in the hoe bag?
Well, I don't remember who all else would have. I saw Awesome Kong put her in there. I've seen Balls Mahoney's, but she's not mentioned in that one. She's not mentioned in Danny Doring's either. But pretty much everybody went in the hoe bag on that one. So.
Yeah, I think Danny Doring's excuse is just like, you fuck somebody in the business, you're a hoe, and he just put them.
But that was Balls Mahoney too.
With Danny Doring.
Yeah, Balls Mahoney was if you fuck around in the business, you're a hoe, and that's why like everybody except like Cammy Albano and like fucking I don't even know who else. Like everybody went in there. But then like Danny Doring couldn't remember who half them were and fucking.
Yeah, that's what he was like. Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah. They're like Nikki Bella. He's like, who the fuck's that?
Who the fuck is the Bella Twins? Yeah. No, that was Balls Mahoney. Who the fuck is the Bella Twins? Yeah.
Yeah, it was somebody. I know it was one of them. Like whenever a name popped up, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, Kong. It was Lacey. That's the only one I remember with Lacey Von Erich because right away, as soon as Lacey Von Erich, Hobag. Rebby Sky, I think, was next. Hobag. Rocket Con, and then she like fucking freaks out at Rocket Con. She made the Hobag. Or like she is the I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know.
No, she was a fine woman. I don't know.
Who,
But
Rocky Khan?
yeah, I thought she was a fine looking
We're
woman.
talking the one that was with Steiner and
Yeah,
Little Petey Pump?
yeah.
She
I
was
thought
all
she was a
right.
fine looking woman. That's
But
just,
I mean, well, if we're going to talk about Jade Cargill the way we do, I think we have to kind of owe it to Rocket Khan for kind of introducing that look.
yeah. Yeah.
Well, or Shaniqua, I guess, too, because Linda Miles
I
kind of
don't
was
know.
the first.
I was never really into Linda Miles. I never really got that look.
I don't know. I see. I mean, it's hard to say, I guess.
Yeah.
Because we're going to talk about
I
Linda
wasn't really
Miles
into
as
the
Nicole Bass.
I wasn't really into the whole black thing. Hey, speaking of black, uh,
Mm,
terrible segue, but it still works.
yeah.
But Tuesday, Tuesday was the 1 year anniversary of NXT 2.0, and they had their 1 year anniversary. They did Superstar of the Year for NXT 2.0, and big surprise, it was Braun Breaker. They also had a big surprise of Solo Sikoa winning the North American title. All this stuff. It was laying the foundation of many more years of NXT 2.0. Then they killed it. Because at the end of the night, when Solo Sikoa won the title, they cut to a voiceover from Shawn Michaels, basically saying, like, we're still going to develop the stars, essentially, but always remember one thing: we are NXT before the NXT 2.0 logo fades out, and then a newer version of the black and gold logo returns. But here's the thing, though: everybody's creaming their fucking pants over this. Here's the thing, though: it's going to be the same fucking show.
Yeah. They're just redesigning the arena.
Yeah.
And there's a couple UK guys that are now stateside.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, I mean, people were getting excited for it. I mean, I think it's really cool how they did it.
Yeah.
But like, I think they should have did the rebrand at the beginning of the show.
Um,
Like, hey, welcome
I'm
to
kind of I'm kind of indifferent about that. Like it makes it kind of shitty, like the way that Braun Breaker like kicked down the old logo and everything before, and like
Yeah.
everything they've done to kind of move away from that. Like, I mean, these characters aren't going to change that much.
Exactly.
And like, well, and actually, so I was really surprised that Solo Sikoa won. Other than the fact that he wasn't in a position to beat Gunther or Lashley yet, and I think they wanted him to have a title as part of the bloodline. But that also makes me hope that NXT is going to be put on the same level as Raw and SmackDown again, so as a third brand and not a developmental brand. Because then there's much more that they can do. But then I hear that Carmelo Hayes may be called up SmackDown to be the leader of Hit Row, and I'm like, please, no.
Who was called up to be the leader of Hit Row?
There's a rumor that Carmelo Hayes will be called up to SmackDown to be the leader of Hit Row. And I just don't
I
think
could see that
fits.
working, but again, I think it'd be like that Apollo Crews effect. I think it's too soon for him.
I do too. Well, and Apollo Crews, after how many years, is back in NXT, so I mean, you can figure that out.
But I'm just saying, he was called up to the main roster too soon. But like, I mean, I think Carmelo Hayes being in Hit Row could work, but not right now.
Not right. Well, especially because too, Trick Williams is a better hype man than Carmelo Hayes. You would think Trick would be a better spot to be the mouthpiece for Hit Row, even though they're all kind of mouthpieces, as poor as they might be at it without Swerve, which apparently was Triple H's idea.
I think Adonis is probably the best of the three.
Oh, B-Fab can't talk.
No, and
Top Dollar
Francis just yells shit.
Yeah. And he's such a goon on the fucking Most Wanted Treasures. Like, he's just a fanboy the whole time. It's just like, fuck, like, I don't... They're nothing without Swerve, and to think that it was Triple H's idea to put Swerve with them to begin with is just like, oh, fuck. Why did you bring them back then? If you couldn't get Swerve, and then you're going to get hit with contract tampering allegations when you contact these people, because surely he was one of them.
Yeah. Him and Keith Lee had to be two of them.
I'm sure. Like, I'm sure of it. The only one he would have been successful with at AEW would have been Bobby Fish.
Or Black.
Now Malachi, well, Black has got 6 months before he can go. So we'll see what happens there. Apparently him and Zelina Vega are good because they post pictures on fucking safari somewhere in Morocco or some shit.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Maybe just Malachi
He
Black.
wanted to work on his marriage and was like, I
Maybe
need
he
time
just
out here.
needed to see some animals, and he's okay. Yeah, I guess that was a dream
Bang his
come
wife.
true. Speaking of dream, God damn it, I did not want to talk about this, but Velveteen Dream back in the news again. He's been arrested a couple times in the last few weeks, but apparently he finally EC3 of all people put out a story that claimed allegedly that Velveteen Dream was setting up a phone in EC3's bathroom to record people going to the bathroom. Which I was just like, that can't be true. Bullshit. Well, Velveteen Dream finally broke his silence on that and said, here's what happened, you fucking cocaine freak. Okay? Basically said they're all fueled up on cocaine and, you know, alcohol, all this such. EC3 responded back, which his response didn't make any sense to me because EC3's response was just like, well, I've never been busted on a test for alcohol, drugs, or anything like that. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't mean you didn't do it that night. Just because you can get busted on the test doesn't mean you didn't do it that night.
But see, the thing is, too, and this is where this gets really kind of convoluted. I'm like, okay, wait, what? And what is true? Because in the initial article about it, when it was alleged that he was filming without consent, and EC3 took the phone and shut it off. Let me see here. There was a point in that initial interview with EC3 where he states he said that there was some stuff on the table, and he said, where was it? Fuck, because I have the initial. I swear I read where he alluded to that he wouldn't name names because some of them still work there.
Yeah.
But there were those that were engaging in activity with an illicit substance at the table. And he was kind of hanging out there. He doesn't actually do that stuff that would trip him out. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. I shouldn't be because I don't do drugs that would trip me out. Coke wouldn't trip you out. It just speeds you up. So I'm not sure what to think of it all at this point, because initially I was like, as much as I want to believe that this guy wouldn't do something like that after everything else we've heard, it's like, okay, maybe that did happen, maybe it didn't. But then to think too, like, he's since come back, it just is a whole situation where it's like, guys, if you thought that you were gonna get work at an actual name company, this is gonna kill it all for you.
Shit, I think it was dead long before that. Unfortunately, as much as I would love to see Dream come back in any capacity, whether he's the Velveteen Dream, the Corduroy Nightmare, fucking Patrick Clark, I don't care. Anything, because I believe in him that much. I mean, people who've seen me on live on YouTube, there's a fucking full-size Velveteen Dream cardboard cutout sitting right behind me at this moment. Because I mean, he was that good, I mean, matches that look terrible on paper. Like I've said it once, I've said it before. Like Aleister Black versus Velveteen Dream on paper, I was just like, whatever, But then you go and watch that, and you're like, holy fuck.
Well, like special entrance like at NXT Toronto, like Takeover Toronto 2 with the Toronto Raptors cheerleaders and shit. Like, it was a whole big thing. He was super over in that arena too. Holy fuck.
I'm and then like
Bruiserweight, and everybody's like, fucking Velveteen Dream. I'm like, all right, cool.
And even when he allegedly sent photos to an underage or whatever, and people booed him. They even worked with that. They're like, all right, fine, you're gonna boo him, fine, we'll make him heel.
Yeah.
And they still just couldn't get anything out of him. But now with like the multiple arrests, which I mean, that's even still I think WWE could be like, all right, well maybe we could get around that. I mean, look at fucking Uso, whatever one keeps getting arrested. Look at Jeff Hardy.
Russo.
Look at Jeff Hardy, who keeps getting arrested.
Rob Van Dam.
Rob Van Dam. Well, he's only been arrested one time, though.
But they've Hall of Famed him. They've Hall of Famed him, and he's a very outspoken advocate on...
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying people who have gotten arrested multiple times. I mean, Velveteen Dream is going for the record. He's gotten like 3 in the month.
Sonny's still in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you know, Sonny's in the fucking DUI Hall of Fame here, you know. But like, I'm just saying, like, if for some reason this is true, you got to look at it as two ways. Okay, one, if it's true, then yeah, any dream whatsoever, no pun intended, of him going back to WWE is done. And if it is true, look at the bright side. At least everybody was of age.
I mean, yeah, I mean, well,
I mean, that's the way I'm looking at it. I mean, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying, like, well, at least everybody was of age that he's trying to get a, you know, dick pic of, you know?
Yeah, like I mean, if you're all fueled up on booze and coke and who the fuck knows what else. Like
I
when
mean,
it
I've
comes
never
to those
done
guys,
booze and coke at the same time, but I can't imagine you'd be in your right mindset.
I've never done coke. I've been offered to before. I've had people think I was a dealer before for whatever fucking reason. I've never done it.
You
I've
know?
seen people do it. I've
Hell,
been in the
maybe,
presence of it.
hell,
It's not fucking.
maybe if I did coke right now and drank a lot of booze, maybe, hey, I want to
I don't
record some.
know.
Maybe I want to record some dicks in the bathroom right now. Maybe that's where I'll go. I don't know.
I just want to see some dicks.
Yeah, you know,
That's it.
maybe I don't know. So, but yeah,
Maybe. I don't know.
very unfortunate. But I just that's the only inconsistency I find with EC3 story. Not because I'm a big dream mark, is that he's just like, well, I've never been busted for a drug or an alcohol or anything. I was like, that doesn't mean you didn't do it though.
Yeah, you haven't refuted anything here, pal.
Yeah, I mean, you can say that I've never been busted for a drug or anything, but that doesn't mean that you didn't do it that night, the night in question. I don't know. I guess this story is still developing. I guess we'll wait to see if Velveteen has another follow up on it here. All right, so that was the news this week. We're going to move on to our games we like to play here. It came from eBay and the 3-word dance. You know, we're going to play our abridged version of It Came from eBay, seeing how Shelby is on assignment here tonight. I know people are going to mess with me like, what's his assignment? Like, bitch, shut up. All right, so here, I'm actually going to change how we do it now, because usually I do it like if you can't find the highest price one, Shelby gets the point. But I'm actually going to start changing it now. So whenever one of us are gone, or one of you are gone, I guess, here's how I'm going to do it. So you're going to get the 3 items like usual. If you get the highest priced one, you're going to get the point. If you pick the lowest priced one, then your opponent will get the point. If you get the one in the middle, no harm, no foul. Got it?
Okay.
Okay. I figured I'd change it up instead of just automatically giving them a point. You know? All right. So, and we actually got a comment about It Came from eBay there. Apparently, I forgot who said it, but they said this is their favorite game they like to listen to on here. So,
Yeah, so let me just get those rules again.
okay. So if you get the highest item correct, obviously you get a point.
Okay.
If you pick the lowest item for some reason, like if you get it wrong and pick the lowest price of the 3, then I'll give Shelby the point. If you get the one that's like right in the middle, then nobody gets anything. Since Shelby's
Okay.
Okay.
I got
All right. So let's go with. All right. Let's bring this one back. This is a 1999 Stone Cold Steve Austin 316 Venom Cologne. It is a 3.4 ounce bottle. Let's go with. What is this one? Okay. 1991 Hulk Hogan safety. Oh, okay. I remember what this is. This is a 1991 Hulk Hogan safety target set. What this is, it's like a little Velcro board, and it has Hulk Hogan's face on there, and you get like these little Velcro balls, and you got to throw it at it and get points and shit.
It's too bad those Velcro balls didn't have Iron Sheik's face on them.
I know, right? This is still sealed in the package. Or is it the is it the no, it's not that one. Oh yeah, is it the 1985 Rock and Wrestling Battle of the Bands children's book with 12 stickers?
What?
Yeah, apparently that children's book's based on the Rock and Wrestling cartoon show. There's quite a few of them I saw. So which one of these 3 are going for the highest price on eBay?
Oh, it could be.
Now you really got to think. You can't just pick one because, like, fuck it, I'm going to lose the point anyway. So you might get the point, you might get nothing, or Shelby might get a point.
Fuck.
The Steve Austin Cologne.
Storybook.
the storybook. All right, you pick the one in the middle, so nobody gets anything. All right, shit. But the actual one was the 1999 Stone Cold Steve Austin 316 Venom cologne, and it's going for the appropriate price of $316.
Of course it is.
No, I saw it when I was just looking at the item. I was just like, okay, that's interesting. And I wrote down the price, $316. I was like, oh, you fucker. All right. All right. The next three are, okay, you know what? We're going to go Hulk Hogan Mania here.
Brother.
Is it the Hulk Hogan Ultimate Grill? This was apparently his answer after the Thunder Mixer failed. This was his answer to the George Foreman Grill. The Hulk Hogan Ultimate Grill, the trick to this one is that the plates on the grill were removable. You could take the plates off and wash them off and everything like that. Okay. That was the trick to it. Or is it the 1989 Hulk Hogan Real American tape? This was like the tapes that WWE would put out, like the best of Hulk Hogan, you know, such like that, you know. But this is not tape? No, this is a beta tape. And it's still sealed. Or is it, now we've talked about a portion of this item before. Well, we've talked about the whole item before. This is actually just a portion of it. Or is it the 1985 Hulk Hogan workout cassette tape? This is a cassette tape with Hulk Hogan basically guiding you through a workout. And this was included in the Hulkamania workout kit, pimped out by Paul Orndorff. And I actually listened to some of this the other day. I sent it to the group chat, and it was fucking like, this is weird. Okay. Which one of these three are going for the most expensive price on eBay?
Oh, for shit. The beta tape.
Points. Nick. Because that beta tape is going for the price of $199.99.
Might as well keep that sealed because I doubt you're going to find a working Betamax player somewhere.
Yeah. All right. And let's see, your final three here are...
Unless maybe the prop from that 70s show, but even then.
Yeah. All right, your final three are, let's do some video games, shall we? Okay. No, you know what? No, because I want to mention this because this was just fucking weird. All right, first up, what is it? The WCW NWO Revenge Nintendo 64 travel cart case. This was like a travel case for your Nintendo 64 carts. I don't think I really need to explain that. But on the front of it there, it had the WCW NWO Revenge logo from the classic video game. Or was it, or is it, I should say, the ECW Hardcore Revolution video game, not for PlayStation or Nintendo 64. Oh, nay, nay.
Dreamcast.
For the Game Boy Color.
Oh! Whoa.
Sealed in the package.
Wow.
This one I found just really bizarre. Because, like, you know, I'm looking through different categories on eBay now, trying to find this shit. And I hit music just to see what would come up. Now, you know, WWE got big into music for a while. Now, I remember the Stone Cold Metal album that came out, which was, you know, metal songs based to Stone Cold and shit. Well, get ready for this one. This was the Stone Cold Country album.
What?
Yeah. Stone Cold Country cassette. Still brand new, sealed in the package. Which one of these three are going for the most expensive price on eBay?
Holy fuck, the Stone Cold Country cassette. This is all songs about beer and fucking...
beer and your wife leaving you.
Ass. I lost my job today. Like, I...
Is that your pick, or...?
No, I'm going to go with the ECW Game Boy Color game.
Ooh, points, Nick. And I believe with that, you have tied Shelby. You've caught up.
Yeah, there we go.
Because the ECW Hardcore Revolution on Game Boy Color, which I didn't even know came out on Game Boy fucking Color, is sealed, is going for the price of $79.
Wow, that was probably retail.
Yeah. All right. So yes, the tie is now scored. The score is now tied, I should say, for it came from eBay. And now we're going to move on to the 3-word dance, our new game that we like to play here, where we just fuck with one another now. Used to be like a fun little game we play. Now it's just like we're gonna fuck with each other so hard.
Well, I mean, there's some fuckery.
Some of these I wrote down where I'm just like, okay, these are legitimate. Like, okay, these words relate to this person, but some of them I'm just like, I'm just gonna fuck with them.
Yeah, well, all right.
And I've come up with like 2.5 whole new pages of these. So,
Oh wow.
yeah. So your first 3 words are I'll go softcore with you here first. We'll do like a Skinamax movie here first. And that is your 3 words are green, mask, Rico.
Rico, like RICO?
RICO.
Hurricane?
No.
Charlie Haas.
No. Green, mask, Rico. This person does have 2 names. I'll accept either name.
Oh, fuck.
I wrote down the 1 name, but I'll accept either name.
No. Rikishi?
No.
Because I was thinking the Salt and Rico. Rikishi. Okay.
Green, mask, Rico.
Bull Buchanan?
No.
Johnny Stamboli.
No.
Hint.
Your hint being ninja. Ninja. Green,
3
mask,
couldn't be.
Rico.
Fuck. Al Snow?
No. Green, mask, Rico. Your hint being ninja. Magic, ninjas, what? Sorry. That wasn't a hint. That caught my head.
I got nothing.
Quang, aka Savio Vega.
Ah, okay.
Green because of the green mask because he wore a mask as a ninja. Puerto Rico is where Savio Vega is from, and Quang the Ninja was his name there.
Okay, yeah, I got you. All right. So first 3 words. Card. Metal. Chomp.
Card, metal, chop.
Chomp.
Oh, chomp. I'm sorry.
I took a chomp out of it.
Is it Ace Steel?
Fuck. Got that a lot quicker than I thought you would. Yeah, because card, metal, Ace, steel, and then I chomped. Ugh.
A bite out of old
bit Kenny
Kenny Omega there.
Twinkle toes.
All right, now we're gonna go from like a Skinamax movie to like the casting couch.
Ooh.
And that is your 3 words are John, Wayne, trash.
Joe Gacy?
No. I don't even want to know how you got to
John Wayne Gacy, trash. You worked with fucking. Never mind. I don't know.
John Wayne trash.
James Storm.
No.
Try Sammy Callahan.
No. Oh my God, what?
I don't know, man. I'm thinking Cowboy and Garbage and Mance Warner.
No. You're thinking right though. I'll give you that.
Nick Gage.
No.
John.
Like you said, Cowboy and stuff.
WT Cowboy.
John Wayne Trash.
Bill Watts?
No. You're thinking right, but you're not thinking a little. You got to think a little deeper, just a smidge deeper. You're
Giggity.
yeah, giggity.
John Wayne.
John Wayne Trash.
JWT.
How many times I gotta tell you that I don't do that? Although I gotta admit I do have a couple of those written down on my paper.
JBL?
No.
Blackjack Lanza?
No.
Blackjack Mulligan?
No.
Barry Windham?
No.
Eric Watts?
No.
Cal.
John Wayne Trash.
Yeah, hint.
Your hint being compactor.
Terry Funk.
No.
Dory Funk.
No.
Dory Funk Jr.
No.
Paul Bearer.
No.
Mick Foley.
No.
Jim Ross.
No.
Jeff Jarrett.
No.
Fuck, Trevor Murdoch?
No.
I got nothing.
What's John Wayne also known as?
Harry?
The Duke. What's another word for trash?
Garbage. Oh, Duke the dumpster. You fucking.
There you go.
Fuck.
And I believe his finishing move is called Trash Compactor, I think.
That was weak right there. Fuck. It was a good one, but holy
Yeah, see, I told you, we went from we went from the softcore porn, went to like the casting couch, and the next one we're gonna take it to a hardcore porn.
All right, so 3 words: man, fondness,
Fondness,
plant. Fondness, FONDNESS, plant.
Man,
this is deep throat right here.
I know, giggity shit. Man, fondness, plant. Is it Santino Morella?
Nope.
Is it Rob Conway?
What? No.
Well, I was thinking he's a man. Look at me, the con man, and then he was a plant in the crowd.
Okay, fine, whatever, fair.
Man, fondness, plant. Is it John Moxley?
Nope.
Like
Mitch. I get where you're going there.
Yeah, I was thinking Mitch the Plant. Yeah.
Mitch.
Fondness is what's throwing me the fuck off, man. Oh my god. Is it Nicholas?
No.
Yeah, I figured I'd try.
He ain't no man.
Hey, you win a tag team title at WrestleMania, you're a man.
He's a man, such a man.
Is it William Regal?
No.
Okay. So to make sure I didn't overlook
there.
that. Yeah, I was about to say, I'll make sure I didn't overlook that. Man. Plant. Fuck, man. Ah, fuck. Hint.
Kane. CANE.
Is it Slick?
No.
MVP?
You gotta think deeper than that.
You gotta think deeper than Slick.
Even
Sir
MVP.
Oliver Humperdinck.
No.
Damn. Because he carried a cane. So. Mr. Fuji?
No. Not that type of cane.
The fuck?
A cane, the blunt instrument.
Oh fuck, man! I don't. Yeah, no. Something in Mr. Fuji. He carried a cane.
No, commonly used in ECW, for example. The Singapore.
Ah, okay. Man found this planet in a Singapore cane. Is this Sandman?
Nope.
Tommy Dreamer.
No.
Yeah, I figured that'd be too easy, but you never know. We use this game to fuck with us so much, I figured we put an obvious one out there and we'd skip right past it, you know? God damn, who else uses a cane in fucking EC? Fuck, Just Incredible?
Nope.
Fuck, this is gonna piss me off. I don't know.
Mick Foley.
God.
Man is another word for dude. Fondness, another word for love. Plant, another term for cactus. Well, cactus is a plant, and cane Dewey.
God damn it. I knew that was gonna piss me off when I heard it. All right. All right. Which one do I want to give you to screw with you? All right. Here we go. All right. Your 3 words are irate, ram, shield.
Roman Reigns?
No.
Baron Corbin?
No.
IRS.
Fuck! God damn it! Thought I was gonna get you on that one too. When you're like Roman Reigns, I'm over here mouthing. Yes.
No,
God.
see, no, it hit me because I was like synonym. No, that's IRS.
Damn it! I thought because I figured if I write irate shield, I was like, don't think otherwise. It'll throw them off the track so much, and it worked for like 2 seconds, man. God damn it! I can't even go 3 for 3 without Shelby here, man. Fuck.
Okay, now you might get this one. I kind of expected to. Fortune, raid, clash.
Fortune, Raid, and Clash.
Yeah.
AJ Styles.
There you go. Fortune in TNA, Air Raid in the dying days of WCW, and the Styles Clash.
There we go. Oh yeah, wait. There was one I wanted to do last week. I wanted to see if you could figure out because I want to see if you're that clever. Where the hell did I put it? Oh, I think it's 2 pages back there. Yep, there it is. Okay. So there's a bonus one just for you. Your 3 words are supernatural, Thomas, rob, as in like I'm going to rob you.
Baron Corbin.
No.
The only way I was getting there was Thomas P. Stock because that's his.
Okay. Is that his real name?
Yeah.
Oh. Supernatural, Thomas, and Rob. You can put these words in any order. It's not an initial, I'll tell you that right now. It's not an initial one.
This is probably going to bother me if I don't get it.
See, I was going to do this one as my 3rd one before I did the Mercedes Martinez, but I was like, no, I think Nick's too clever. He's going to sniff this one out.
Supernatural.
Thomas and Rob. Now it's funny because I can't wait to hear your reaction if you don't get it. Supernatural, Thomas, Rob.
Tennille Dashwood.
No. That would be Shoplifter.
Well, I mean, robbing and shoplifting. I mean, it's kind of.
Yeah, kind of. It's kind of the same thing, but not. What'd you say?
I suppose. I don't know where Thomas would have fit in there either. I'm just kind of was going with that because, you know.
Yeah.
Hint?
Your hint being 90s hit song.
Oh, fuck off. Tom?
Supernatural, Thomas.
Crush.
No.
Crash?
No.
Oh, shit. Sunny?
No.
Fuck. 90s hit song.
Wow, I really thought you'd sniff this one out. When I wrote this one down, that was the only thing I thought when I was just like, all right, I'm going to be clever on this one. But I think Nick's going to sniff it out. I knew Shelby wouldn't, but I think Nick's going to sniff this one out, and I may have been wrong.
It's really going to bother me.
Oh, it is.
Like, really going to bother me because of the 90s hit song comment. We can't, like, that's fucking.
This is going to be so good.
No, fuck. Supernatural.
Supernatural, Thomas, Rob, and your hint being 90s hit song. You just want to toss in the towel here?
I got nothing.
What instead of 90s hit song, if I told you the hint was Carlos, would you get it?
Alberto Del Rio?
Santana.
Supernatural was the Santana album.
Rob Thomas, Smooth.
Oh, fuck.
90s hit song. I thought that was so clever. I thought you would have sniffed that one out. That's why I held back on that one. So I was just like, all right, I'll go with the Mercedes Martinez.
I'll admit I'm not too up to date with my Santana. Like I know really? Santana music, but I mean it's not.
I would have thought you.
Yeah, I'm not as trivial on Santana as I should be, I guess.
Yeah, but Supernatural is the name of the album that it was on. Yeah. Rob Thomas featured with Carlos Santana for the song "Smooth" in the 90s. All right, so those are our games we like to play here. It came from eBay, and the 3-word dance. You can give you a little bonus 3-word dance there just to mess with Nick. All right, and now we're going to move on to, we're going to talk about the PWI 500 that comes out yearly here. But before we get to that, I'm going to give a quick little shout out to moviesarusa.net, who are currently on vacation. So mark your calendars, because when they come back, you're going to want to head on over, because the deal I'm going to give you is phenomenal. They are a great sponsor of the Three-Way Dance Wrestling Podcast. What they specialize in is hard to find TV shows, movies. They put that on Blu-ray for you. DVD by special request for movies only, not TV shows, unfortunately. Lately, I've been watching the old True TV TV show Hardcore Pawn. I was watching that before coming, to record this with Nick here, bringing back some good times and everything. I mean, you can also get Lucha Underground. You can get wrestling shows. You can get movies. You can get TV shows. Anything you can shake a stick at, you can get at moviesarusa.net as long as they have it. And if you go and their prices are reasonable, and if the prices just aren't reasonable enough for you, you can use our checkout code, which is 3-way, the word, not the number, and that's going to save you 50% on your entire purchase. So fill up a cart full of shit, because they have a sweet deal over there too. It's called Pay As You Exit. You fill up your cart full of stuff and you pay for it when you leave. So it's a sweet deal. and you use our checkout code 3-way and saves you 50%. Like I said, they are currently on vacation, but when they come back on September 26th, you're going to want to get on over there because when he comes back, I know the dude, so I know he's going to be adding like a bunch of fucking titles when he comes back. So you're going to want to prepare for that because it's going to be, he's probably going to add some good shit, I'm sure. So head on over to moviesarusa.net when they return on September 26th. Right now, the website's down, so you can't really browse anything, which kind of sucks. But hey, there you go. 3-way saves you 50%. Only $5 shipping in the United States, Canada, which is most of our viewership in Canada. You just pay the price of what it takes to ship to Canada. So if your price is $15, you pay $15, but you get half off. So I mean, it might as well fill up a box full of stuff before you have to pay the $15 shipping. You know. All right. MoviesRUSA.net. Checkout code 3-way saves you 50%. All right, so let's talk about the PWI 500, which comes out yearly, which ranks the 500 best wrestlers in the country or in the world for that. And and every year, the top 10 is usually talked about. There's not really a lot of talk, or maybe even top 20 sometimes, because there's one name in the top 20 that I'm just like, fuck off, Nick probably knows which name. What name do you think I'm referring to?
Let me
In
just
the
have
top
a look
20.
here. Number
There's
13.
one name. There's which one?
Number 13.
Yep, that's exactly the one. Like, fuck off, man. All right, but we're actually going to go through like the bottom list here and just point out some names that we find a little peculiar that are, placed there and everything. Figure we have a little discussion here since we just literally had to pull this episode out of our ass because we, according to Shelby, he had his portion of the episode ready to go for tonight. He literally said he had to go on assignment, like what, 10 a.m., 11?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Later than
Yeah,
that.
it was really early, so like we really had to pull this out. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. If you don't, our bad. We tried to make it entertaining. So one of the first ones I want to point out here at number 490, Reggie. Crickets. I mean, I know he wrestles sometimes on Main Event, but honestly, do you watch Main Event?
Half the time I'm like, that's still a thing?
Yeah. Sometimes I'll look on like WrestlingHeadlines.com, not a sponsorship because sometimes their reporting sucks, but whatever. Like when I read about the world title tournament in AEW, I read Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin. Sammy Guevara defeats Darby Allin. So Darby Allin will face Jon Moxley in the finals. I'm like, whoa, timeout. Wait, what? What the fuck's going on? The reporting there is a little wonky, but anyway, besides the point. So I'll sometimes look at like main event spoilers, and before I even click it, I'm just like, let me guess. T-Bar defeats Shelton Benjamin, and Cedric Alexander defeats, Reggie. And I'll click it, and sometimes I'll hit it spot on.
Mm-hmm.
It's really sad. So, but Reggie 490. I mean, I know it's 500. There's a lot of spots to fill, but Reggie 490. I didn't think running around for the 24/7 title would count as, match.
Anything.
Yeah. Isaiah Cassidy at
Molly for fucking Carmella. Like
Isaiah Cassidy at 489. I mean, I know Private Party hasn't been doing a lot of stuff since HFO went down, but I just think, I don't know. Why is you see? Here's a funny story. They don't do it so much anymore, obviously, with showing, but like back in like the mid 90s, 99 times out of 100, like if Isaiah, like if this was like a list back in like 93 and Isaiah Cassidy was at 489, automatically Mark Quinn would be at 490 or 488.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know where Mark Quinn is on this list. Again, we glance at this list. We know some of the ones, but like this is really weird. But I just think, he should be a little higher, Isaiah Cassidy.
Well, yeah, and so, and in addition to that, I'll say this one, number 478, Angelo Dawkins.
Yeah, see, that was my next. Well, I had one before that, but yeah, I'll go to Angelo Dawkins. Yeah, considering the matches they've been putting on and excuse me.
Yeah.
Considering the matches they've been putting on and such, you're gonna tell me Angelo Dawkins is a 478?
Were you gonna go with Evil Uno at 481?
Evil Uno at 481. That's exactly where I was going with that. You know, again, I mean, he doesn't get a lot of time in AEW, but when he does get to shine in AEW,
He's integral to the show.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Which, that's a side note I want to bring up right here. I wanted to put it in the news cycle when I read it, but I was just like, I don't think it's really big enough to talk about. But AEW, and we have a question about it later. But AEW is coming out with their video game, and one of the people being left out of the video game is Evil Uno, and I'm like, this is the guy you're sending out doing all your advertising for the game, and you're not even putting him in the fucking game.
Yeah,
you're sending him. Yeah, you're sending him and Colt Cabana to do all your advertising for the game, and you're not even putting him in the fucking game.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Yeah, just for that, you should get 100 fucking spot boost just because of that. And then we have the long lost young buck, Mike Jackson, at 480.
That's the old Mike. Like 72 years old.
Is he really?
Fucking super. Hang on a minute here. Let me get a.
Yeah, rock a wiki on that one.
Clarify that, Mike. He just was at Slammiversary.
Mike Jackson was at Slammiversary?
Yeah, he was in the Feast or not the Feast or Fire, the Reverse Battle Royal. Yeah, he's 70. Oh fuck. He was born in 1949, so that would make
Jesus.
That would make him like 71 years old.
Damn. And he's 480.
Yeah.
Damn, good for him. If he's 70 years old and still ranking out of 480, shit, I'll give him that.
There you go. Better than an H.
Yeah, hey, there you go. 471, Arya Davari. I think that sounds about right.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And here is I'm shocked they're still working number, 469, Heavy Metal.
I mean, if you want to mention Shock still working, Ultimo Dragon at 465.
Yeah, that one too. I was like, wow, he's still going.
But then you have the Butcher and the Blade you have the Blade at 454 and the Butcher at 458.
And they suck.
Shouldn't they be a bit higher?
No, they should be lower because they suck.
Okay, fair.
In my opinion, they suck. I'm sorry. Especially the Butcher. Whatever one's not married to fucking Bunny. That one sucks.
That's the Blade.
Okay, yeah, Butcher sucks then.
No, that's the Butcher. Sorry, the Butcher is the bigger and uglier one. Yeah, sorry. The Blade is the bald one, married to Hallie.
Yeah, okay, then Butcher
454.
Sucks. Yeah, Butcher sucks.
Okay. Fucking Super Crazy at 449. He's still going.
Really?
Yeah, man. 449, Super Crazy. I'm like, that dude, what?
Damn. Oh, okay. See, down here is where you find the people that are just like, wow, they're still working.
Jesse Goddard's at 434.
That one did get me. I was like, wow, Jesse Goddard's still out there working?
But then Von Wagner at 439. Like, I would have thought.
Well, I can buy that. I mean, he's still in the eyes
he's still a rookie, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He did have a great match with him and O'Reilly versus Imperium. They did have a great match there.
Yeah.
So QT Marshall at 440.
I'm not surprised at that one.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, considering that he's basically used as a job boy, Doug Williams at 443.
Yeah.
Consider that he's retired like 9 times now.
Yeah. He's in the I Love My Retirement Club.
Yeah. Jesse Goddard's we got.
Apollo Crews at 423.
Yeah.
What a difference a year makes.
Sounds about right. A difference 2 years make. Because, I mean, just think 2 years ago, he was in WrestleMania matches with Big E for the Intercontinental title.
But I thought the Nigerian drum fight was last year. That was 2021.
Was it 2021?
Yes, it was, because there was a crowd that one. It was a small crowd, mind you. But there was a crowd.
Oh, yeah, because that was the first WrestleMania we reviewed. Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Let's see what
Kylie Ray is at 418, and I'm just like, and we're gonna get to.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I know that girl has a lot of fucking personal issues, and I love me some fucking Kylie Ray. Adorable fucking girl, but like, the women have their own list, and like I'm all for like intergender matches, but I don't get why she's on this list.
I don't either.
Now, if she's on the women's list too, then fucking right on. But you know, now Maggot at 419. You haven't lived till you've seen some Maggot.
I don't know who Maggot is.
Me neither. I just find that a weird name.
Gross. Just think of like garbage. There's some Ricky Morton at 402.
Oh, you skipped over a great name at 414, man. JTG. That's somebody who should be in the top 10.
He forgot to answer his phone, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, he just didn't answer his phone, rather.
Yeah. But yeah, Ricky Morton, they became 10-time. No, that was 2 years ago. They became 10-time NWA champions. Pandemic really.
Fucking 402. Like we're talking.
His
Robert
son's lower.
Gibson, I wonder. Oh, I know that, but I mean, it just makes me wonder: is Robert Gibson on here too?
Well, no, because didn't he retire this year? Wasn't this the year he retired?
No, it was Ricky Morton that retired.
No, it was Gibson.
No, it was Morton because he's managing fucking.
No, he's still doing tag matches with his son.
No, I thought he was managing his son, and fucking Robert Gibson was the one tagging.
No.
Oh, okay. Well then, fuck me. All right.
Yeah. Solo Sikoa at 401, which I don't know. I just think that. Again, he's a rookie, but still he's had a good breakout year.
High profile, like.
Yeah. You know. Then Matt Taven at 400.
Vincent at 391. He's been a big part of the Honor No More stable and Impact.
I don't even know who that is.
Well, he's like a Bram looking fuck. Like he has this long hair and beard.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like here's one that's like I knew he's around, but like I always forget. But Mahabali Shira.
Oh yes.
380. Man, I was so like into him. Not no homo.
Are we talking the Revolution days?
Like Dixie Carter days when he was like there towards the end of Dixie Carter.
Yeah, when he was
when he did that stupid
and TJP in Abyss.
Yeah, when he did that stupid fucking dance, had that mustache.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah, like I thought he could have been something, but they just let it go.
About a head.
Here's about it. Oh,
he was with WWE for a bit, actually.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he just never made it to NXT TV. Yeah. Mickey Knuckles at 384, which that's another one that's just like she still works.
Wasn't she Moose Knuckles?
She was Moose Knuckles. She was.
And then they got in shit for it. So
and she broke her leg, and then that pretty much did it for her.
Fucking Sammy Callahan at 376.
Well, he was injured for most of the year.
I suppose. Yeah. Okay. Good call.
Rio, I didn't notice that. Rio at 379.
Rio is spelled RIHO, so I assume that's Rhino. And they're just fucked up.
Are you sure?
That's what I'm thinking, because they have Alexander Hammerstone listed as just Alexander. So it's like, well, okay.
I'm not going to wiki on that one. Hold on. I could have swore it was.
No, Rio is spelled RIHO. I've seen enough of the action figures still on shelves at Walmart a year after they got there.
Poor Rio. Nobody wants
Rio and Hikaru Shida. Nobody wants those action figures, man.
I take the Shida. Hell, I take the Rio.
I've debated on the Shida a few times. I haven't bought any of them yet because the only ones I've wanted are the LJN style ones, or else fucking MJF or Jungle Boy. But I haven't come across any of them yet. Really. I just really wish I would.
I just really wish I would buy them when they're on the shelves, because you gotta understand, like being in the autograph community, like the unsigned ones, people like fucking charge triple for those fucking figures, like they're gold. Like, oh, I have a Santana here, $60. I'm like, is it signed? They're like, no. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
fucking Santana action figure. Let's see who else is on here.
Matt Menard and Angelo Parker Angelo Parker's at 368 and Matt Menard's at 369. So that's an instance where the tag teams are like ranked one.
There you go, right there. Yeah, because most of their shit they do together.
I'd say that's about right for them.
You know, I never really saw it with
Maybe.
him. I never really saw it. Even when they were in WWE doing their thing.
I think they're really annoying, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Especially Matt Menard.
I don't know. I never really saw it with those. Number 362. Don't Die Miles. Love him.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know. I just like the name now.
Oh. Okay, cool. I guess.
365. Mance Warner. You were talking about him.
I know Mance. Mance Warner used to work a lot in MLW doing death matches with, death style matches with Jimmy Havoc. There's one where like they got into an issue over a stapler and stapling money to each other's face. I don't know. There was a while there I was watching a lot of MLW and Mance Warner came up a lot. Mancer. He was kind of like a big deal there for a bit. Then he faded away and then ended up with fucking Nick Gage and whoever else. Like, I don't know. I know who Mance Warner is. I would have thought maybe he'd be a bit higher, but 350 or 365 seems kind of like it fits.
Mm-hmm. Tyrus is still going. 352. Nice to know that little like accusation didn't derail his career like it did so many other fucking people.
Yeah.
You know?
Fuck is on a roll.
Fuck
is on a roll. I mean, that's, fuck.
Brian Pillman Jr. at 353.
Yeah, I don't know if Griff is even on here. So good for Pillman Jr. on that one.
Do people even know who Griff is?
Rick Garrison, the one that jobbed MJF all those times.
Puma King. I only know who Puma King is because, one, I've outsold Puma King in autographs.
Fuck.
Yeah, because like there's a Chad from the autograph show. Like when he's not getting the fucking response that he's getting from people, he pulls out like the bottom of the barrel fucking autographs. So he'll pull out like fucking Gilbert, fucking Dwayne Gill, Gilbert, James Ellsworth, Puma King, Cara Noir. I don't even know who the fuck that is. Pull out like all these people that are just like, pennies to get, like people who just sign all the time. Like Al Snow, they'll put my autograph up there and shit. And like out of everybody up there, people are just like, fuck, I'll just take Will. I'm just like, see, I outsell all these motherfuckers. So fuck Puma King. I outsell him in autographs and shit. Duke the Dumpster Jersey, that's another one that I fucking outsell. That's another one. Dr. Wagner Jr. still out there at 345. Yeah.
Savio Vega at 343.
Who would have known? Quang the Ninja is still out there. Doc Gallows at 338, which, considering that he was like Impact Tag Team Champion for like a year and a half, I think that's a little low. I mean, I know Impact is like a shell of what it used to be, but when you're Tag Team Champion for half a year, I think it'd be a little higher.
Jeremy Prophet. So at 337, Jeremy Prophet. I've seen Jeremy Prophet work for a company called Great North Wrestling, which incidentally is largely headed by the fucking crazy bastard Devin Nicholson, Hannibal. Jeremy Prophet, I actually know who that is. I'm very surprised he is at 337. Above Doc Gallows at that. Like, that doesn't...
Yeah.
Shota Umino. Like, why is he doing at 336?
I was impressed with Shota Umino at Forbidden Door. For someone who's never seen him, I was really impressed. But yeah, above Doc Gallows, who was Tag Team Champion for like a year and a half. Yeah. Jake Christ. I didn't even know he was still wrestling ever since that accusation.
Yeah, I thought he was out of it too.
Yeah, I thought he was done. Danhausen. I've been wanting to talk about Danhausen. Tony Khan fucking hired Danhausen.
With Danhausen.
Yeah, because like I read the fucking Rampage spoilers for tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And I forgot who it is, but somebody squashes Danhausen. I forgot
Ethan Page.
Thank you, Ethan Page. Why the fuck did they even hire him?
That's what I want to know, because so far the only thing he has done really is with Hook or been with the Best Friends, and even that they're making him look like an absolute.
Like at least with like the first match, I wrapped my head around why they squashed him. Yeah. At first I was like, why did they squash him? But then they were setting up the whole Hook thing, which I was like, all right, I guess we can roll with that. And then like one week they team him up with FTR, like, all right, okay, FTR, we're doing something. Now we're back to squashing him, and I'm like, why'd you even hire the guy?
He was on route to be in Ring of Honor champion when ROH went down or was bought by Tony.
Mm-hmm.
And like he busted his leg and whatnot. Okay, shit happens, but like he had so much fucking press. Like he was on Conan. Like he like fucking everybody was like, this guy's fucking great, and no, we're gonna squash him.
Yeah, I don't get why you hired him. I mean, I understand that somebody's got to, if Shelby were able to say like, well, somebody's got to lose. I get that, but like with somebody with like a fan base, like Danhausen, I think if you're going to use Ethan Page to squash somebody, then fucking use somebody else. Use Griff Garrison. Use Serpentico. Use Fuego del Sol since you love jobbing him so much. I don't even
And
like
a member of the Dark Order.
Yeah, like I don't get it. I mean, I like Danhausen. I just don't understand why they hired him if they just weren't going to use him correctly.
There was no plans for him then.
Yeah, again, and he's still working. News 3:30 Tajiri. Oh, and Danhausen was 3:31 in case I didn't say it. But Tajiri's still going.
Tajiri's retired like 3 or 4 times now.
Yeah. 3:26 Kenny King.
He's part of Honor No More as well, so that's where I'm like, okay, he should have been a little bit higher.
And same with this one. I think this one should have been a little higher. Again, it's Impact, but Joe Doring at 325, which
he's another one.
I mean, he's only lost one match in fucking, or technically 2 if you count his tag team title loss, but he didn't take the pinfall on that. But like, he only lost like 1 match in like fucking 2 years since he's been with Impact. But unfortunately, his brain cancer came back. So he's gonna take some time away.
Hopefully he'll be good with that and beat it again.
Yeah. I mean, hey, Don West can beat it. Just have Don West come yell at his cancer for a bit. I'm sure he'll get rid of it.
You'll be fine. You'll be back on Impact in no time. Save $15 on Impact Wrestling DVDs.
Man, sometimes I go back and watch Don West ads from Impact just for fun. Like, the deals aren't even there anymore. But I'll just go back because he has just like such good.
I don't know how many times I can actually consider being like, you know what? He sold this pretty good. Maybe I should check one of those out. I never did, but
same. I did the same thing. I almost brought some brown bags one time. Coming in at number 323, Grayson Waller.
Surprised by this one.
Yeah, considering where some of the other NXT rookies have landed and Grayson Waller's here. Let's see. Carl Anderson, he's above Doc Gallows at 319.
Far above Doc Gallows, but should be higher than 319, I would think.
Mm-hmm. Brian Myers. Okay, considering we'll get to who number 13 is, but considering where number 13 is and where Brian Myers is, shouldn't Brian Myers be a little bit higher?
I would think so. That's another one. I'm like, what?
Grade point average at 311.
Who?
Grade point average, GPA?
I don't know who the fuck that is.
I don't know who it is either, but I assume that's what it stands for.
I love how that's his fucking name. Grade point average. Great. Like, okay. We're real creative there, pal.
Max Dupree at 310. Tricky.
That just upsets me.
Like, he really didn't do much this year.
But he should still be LA Knight. But at 310, come on. Maswa and Massey aren't even on here.
Oh, well, Massey should definitely be on here.
I would think so. I mean, T-Bar's not either.
Yeah, and he's had more matches on main event than anybody.
There you go.
Mike Bennett, or AKA Mike Drunky. No, I shouldn't say that. He beat his habit. Mike Bennett at 306.
He's been an integral part to Impact as Honor No More. He was kind of vital for Ring of Honor in their dying days after his WWE release. I mean, I don't know. I think maybe a little bit higher, but I wouldn't put him too much higher than that.
I'm curious your thoughts on this one. Jake Hager at 301.
considering he's just mainly a heavy for Jericho and he hasn't had a lot of matches, give me an okay, sure.
Okay, well, I figured you think differently about that one.
I'm kind of more like I kind of don't understand Dominic Mysterio at only 292. I mean, the first father-son tag team champions, the fucking fuck that alone. Like, I mean, I don't know.
Why the hell is
Ridge Holland?
How is Ridge Holland at 291 above Dominic Mysterio though?
And then Butch at 288.
Yeah.
I'm kind of stuck there. Like, why are those three so low? Even in the top 250, I could see, but in the top 300.
Well, like, even where they are, I think it should. I think Dominic Mysterio in terms of like the years they've had, yeah, it should be higher than both of them.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. And considering he's getting a more high-profile push now than the other two, I would think he should be higher. That doesn't. I don't know.
Now I'm going to say something controversial here, but Dolph Ziggler 285, he should be lower.
I would say so too. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he won the NXT title,
but that was only so Braun could go over on a higher profile name.
Yeah, you know,
that's all that was. So I agree with that.
Yeah, Chris Adonis at 282. He's been kicking ass in the NWA.
He's still going.
Yeah, he's kicking ass over in NWA. Alex Reynolds at 277.
And Sonny Kiss is ahead of him, which I'm like,
that one, yeah.
Kiss has wrestled once in the past 3 years.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, the few times I have seen Sonny Kiss, I like
Concrete Rose.
Her, I guess. I don't know which one. I don't know their pronoun.
They?
Yeah, I don't know their pronoun.
I don't know what it is for sure, so I don't want to botch it. So
yeah, so Sonny Kiss, I've liked the person's work, you know, but like
ahead of Alex Reynolds.
Considering the year they had,
Reynolds.
Considering the year that Sonny Kiss has had, 276? No.
Diamante.
Okay, that I didn't notice.
At 270, I just noticed that. So Kushida is just above Diamante at 272 for Kushida, and then Diamante. What the fuck is she even doing on there?
Oh, and my favorite name, 271, Jake something.
Oh yeah, good. I always thought that was Jake Christ, and apparently I'm wrong there.
No, it was Jake Diener. He was the other half of the Dieners.
Oh, yeah. Cody Dieners. Yeah. Well, that's even worse.
Oh, shit, I would have rather been Jake Diener than something.
It should have been Jake Diener.
Something cute like something cute like Poochie, but something cute like Poochie, but something else. Everybody okay with Poochie? Jake something, you know, do something with that. Everybody okay with Jake something?
I mean Trent.
Trent? Question mark?
At 270.
He was injured most of the year, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah. Warhorse, I don't really know a lot about Warhorse. I know who he is.
I never saw one match with him.
Yeah, I don't know much about it. Yeah. I don't really know much about his work to really judge it. Steve Macklin, apparently he's tearing it up over in Impact. I don't really watch him though.
That was Steve Cutler in the Forgotten Sons.
See, I thought that was Wesley Blake for like the longest time.
That's two different people.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I figured that out the hard way.
Jelly Nutella at 260.
Octagon Jr. still going at 266. Yeah, Jelly Nutella.
At 260.
Yeah. Dalton Castle, 259. ROH 6-man tag title. Didn't he win the
TV
even
title? Under contract.
I know, which is weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Willie Mack at 257.
I thought he would have been a little bit higher.
Maybe 2 years ago. Maybe 2 years ago I could see him a little higher, but I think 257 is okay. Brian Cage, 250. Much like Dolph Ziggler, I think he should be lower.
I do too. He doesn't really contribute much.
Yeah, he hasn't really done much this year.
Qualities like I don't. Ortiz at 249. I would have thought he would have been a little bit higher.
Number 247. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Otis.
Well, and there's his tag team partner at 241, Chad Gable. But then Miro is at 242, and I'm like, you guys suck.
Well, okay, well, I can defend that because Chad Gable he's been Raw Tag Team Champion this year.
Yeah.
He's been on Raw every week. He hasn't been injured, whereas
Shoosh.
Miro was TNT champion, I think, at the beginning of the year, and then he just disappeared for like 5 months.
He was hurt.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he just took time off. PCO at 245, good for him.
Okay, yeah, good for him.
Madcap Moss,
good for him.
I can roll with that, yeah. Santana, 238.
That seems about right.
Rocky Romero, I'm not a real big fan of him.
Neither am I. I don't really care for him now. Anthony Ogogo at 233. What?
What? How is he at 233?
He shouldn't even be. He should be maybe in the bottom 400. Like,
yeah, are we looking at the right list? Is this like 2 years ago when he was facing Cody? Eric Young at 234.
That seems about right.
Yeah, there we go.
John Silver at 228. Yet Alex Reynolds is wherever he is.
270, wasn't he?
Something like that, yeah.
Double check that.
Bucky.
Yep, 77.
I disagree with 224.
Rick Boog, higher or lower?
Lower.
You think Rick Boog should be lower?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I can see your argument on that one. Rick Boog's at 224.
Yeah.
ACH 219.
How many times is he retired now?
I don't know. I think he's like up to 9.
Like he's up there with Leo Rush and Kylie Ray and fucking
Terry Funk
in the retirement club. Like, oh, I hurt my fingernail. I gotta retire. Hey, I'm coming back 2 months later.
Like, how do you feel? I wonder if Triple H has called him.
I doubt it.
Hey, I'm in charge now. You can design your own T-shirt. Okay, make whatever T-shirt you want.
ACH.
It can say, "Don't forget the super bitch." It can say whatever you like.
We're sorry. You don't have to smile either.
Yeah.
You don't have to smile. Stress that.
I think this one should be
Matthews at 216.
I think the one under it should be a little higher. 217.
Yeah, that was another one. I was like, what?
Yeah, I think he should be a little higher.
A little bit higher too. Same with Buddy Matthews.
I think that's right because his last year with WWE kind of fizzled out, and then
Willow Nightingale at 208. Come on now, you're gonna see the fucking.
Okay, yeah, I forgot about Willow.
Yeah, I forgot. Come on.
All right, calm the fuck down. I forgot about Willow Nightingale at 208. I forgot. Yeah. Fuck. At least get him to 206 or whatever, or 207.
Joe Gacy, so that's right.
Yeah, 207. I'm sorry. See, again, Joe Gacy, I mean, again, had a good rookie year, but, like, what exactly has he done?
Formed a group. Got Harlan fired. I mean, that's about all we got.
Luchasaurus at 204. I mean, they did win the tag titles. They did have some good matches. I think a smidge higher would be good.
Maybe 202.
Really? That's it? Just 202?
Maybe Bobby Fish's spot at 200 because Bobby Fish didn't do a lot this year either.
Okay. And 202 is Chris Sabin.
I'm not surprised by that. If Alex Shelley ranks,
and I didn't get to mention it during our All Out review, but like that motherfucker still looks like he's like 22 years old.
Yeah. He's found that same fountain of youth that Paul Rudd and fucking Jennifer Aniston, Don and whoever else have found.
They ain't telling us, man. Here we go.
How old we get, we still look the fucking same.
Here we go. These are together. Mark and Jay Briscoe at 196 and 197.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
I would bump them up one more because Dexter Loomis, I'm not sure. I would put it 195, maybe 197, but Briscoe's just above. Yeah,
as much as I'm a Loomis mark, I agree with that because, I mean, as much as I like Loomis, he hasn't really. I mean, he had some good storylines this year, but did he win any titles or anything? No, not as much as fucking Briscoe and Mark. Or Briscoe and Briscoes, I should say. Great O'Khan, I at 194. I only learned about him at Forbidden Door, so you know.
Yeah, because he teams with Jeff Cobb. Okay, cool. I mean, fine. Sean Spears, I think he should have been a little bit lower.
Yeah, Sean Spears at 193. I think should be just a smidge lower there. Maybe even way lower, because I mean, when was the last time we saw him?
Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of the same way about Cesaro, depending on where we're counting. But he did have. I think he had that match with Reigns last summer, and then he was teaming with Mansoor, or it was Mansoor. I don't think the Claudio stuff really counts. Maybe a bit lower for Cesaro, but not a lot.
Yeah. Sonata. I'm actually surprised he's still going.
Yeah, he's still going. I think he's a member of oh fuck, what's that group?
Bullet Club?
Is he Bullet Club?
Oh, is he?
I think he might be. Hang on. I think I might have turned on the other one there. Shit. Members of no, Sonata. Okay, so he's part of. Okay, so Bullet Club is Takahashi, Shimori, Sho Tanaka, Pantha, Gato, Evil. So Evil had what was his group called? Sonata.
He's in a group. That's what we know.
He's yeah, whatever. You know what I'm getting at.
Yeah, he's in
I would say probably that makes sense given on what I've read.
Anthony Bowens at 188.
The amount he's been hurt, I'm surprised he got that high. I'd say that works out there.
Scissor me, Daddy Nick. No. John Hennigan at 185.
Again, I would say that's about right. I mean, he hasn't done a lot since being released from WWE.
Yeah, I would say about right. I think
Hardy, he's lost a lot, but he hasn't shown up really as a mainstay on any main promotion yet. So I would say that's about right.
say lower. I'd say at least 234. Put him under Anthony Ogogo.
That's a bit of a stretch. Under Anthony Ogogo, that's a bit of a stretch.
I mean above. I mean like down.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah,
that's not what I meant. Yeah.
Okay.
183 and 184. Nick and Matt
Kids.
The Cucamonga Kids.
Trampoline Cowboys.
AKA Chairface and his partner.
I would have thought they would have been higher.
Yeah, considering the matches they've had this year and the amount and shit, yeah, I can see why you think that, yeah. Matt Hardy at 180, all right. And
hold on, Tony D'Angelo, 182.
Yeah, I'm just again, what did he do? Yeah, exactly. Like, what did he do?
I would switch him with Joe Gacy, but even that's a stretch because Joe Gacy's at 206.
Yeah. The Great Muta at 176.
Good for him. He's still going, right? Like,
yeah, he's about to hit retirement though. He's about to have his retirement match.
Oh, hey, fuck! He's still got one. Well, no, 176 is Keiji Muto. Is that the same guy?
Isn't it? I thought it was.
I don't think so. Hang on a minute here. Let me rock the wiki
on. Rock the wiki on. I thought they were the same person.
Oh yeah, I'll be damned. Great Muta. Yeah, okay, you're right.
Oh, okay. Number 175, I think should be a little lower. I mean, Noam Dar.
He had the Heritage Cup title for a bit there in NXT UK.
Well, I mean, come on.
When we've got the Cucamonga Kids at 183 and 184, yeah, probably a little bit lower.
Okay.
Sufficient, yeah.
Rey Mysterio at 174.
I don't know how to feel about that
one. Okay.
Because what has he really done other than make other people look good? Same with Sting. I mean, he won some matches in there. He had those good high spots, even though it's like, holy fuck, you're gonna die. I mean, kudos to him for making 173 at this stage in his career.
I think he's at that age now where he's just like, man, I really wish I could have been a cruiserweight. And they're just like, well, here, we'll come up with these spots.
Yeah.
You want to jump off something high, Sting? Yeah. Did Max Caster?
You'll let me?
Max Caster at 171. Sounds about right.
I would have put him a little bit higher, but not too much higher at this point. He'll definitely be higher next year. But I'd say that's about right.
Jeff Cobb, 169, giggity.
Not that much higher than Great Khan in the standings. I don't think that fits.
Yeah.
You know, like
Ethan Page, 167. I think he should be lower.
I do too. I would have put him a little bit lower.
Oh, another person I've outsold autographs of, Karen Noir.
Who?
Exactly. He was another one that Chad would just lay out like, okay, Puma King, Karen Noir, Gilbert, Will, and people are like, well, fuck, just give me Will then. And I'm like, you're damn right. Fuck Karen Noir. I don't know. He's probably a great wrestler. He's got to be if he's 166. I don't know.
Maybe.
Black Taurus. I don't know about his time in Mexico. Maybe he's better down there. That's why he's ranked so high. But like Impact, I'm like, do they really use him?
I only know of him from when they brought him in to MLW for a bit.
Oh yeah, he's the
got a bull mask. He's a big
he's the
guy.
heavy. He's the heavy now in the New Decay.
Yeah, I know. Which I'm like, okay.
Number 161 should not be on the list at all.
Fuck Killer Cross.
Yeah, Killer Cross shouldn't be on here.
What about Jeff Hardy is at 160? Considering Cross's first batch on Raw was fucking a loss.
Would have been great if Jeff Hardy was number 80.
Oh yeah, twice the amount. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I was hoping you'd get that. Let's see here. Lance Archer at 157, lower.
Yep.
Fred Rosser at 151.
Young.
He's been tearing it up in Japan, it looks like.
Yep.
You know,
Roderick Strong at 153. I just feel sorry for him.
I mean, he had most of the year as cruiserweight champion, even though it meant dick.
Yeah.
I think that's about right.
It upsets me that The Miz is only 150. He should have been higher than that.
I mean, yeah, he did win the WWE Championship, albeit for a week.
He gave Logan Paul like a chance to shine, like fucking.
Give him. He made that fucking kid.
He made Logan Paul. He worked with Bad Bunny, if they count that. There's so much that fucking Miz has done. He should have been definitely higher than 150.
I wonder where Bad Bunny ranked on here.
He didn't.
He should have. He was in 2 matches.
Neither did Logan Paul, for that matter.
Yeah. Jimmy Uso at 147.
Masato Tanaka.
What?
At 142.
He's still alive?
Apparently.
Wow, okay. Roosh at 146. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Davey Richards at 144. I guess I'm okay with that. TJP at 140.
Yeah, he's Davey Richards has been tearing it up in MLW, so you
know. Jey Uso at 139. I'd say that
makes sense.
Yeah.
Santos Escobar, 137.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Corbin at 134 should be a bit lower.
I don't know. The amount of people he's put over, I think 134, he deserves it.
Okay, yeah, maybe, yeah. Okay. Wow.
Sheamus. Dante Martin, you want to do? Okay, Dante Martin, 127.
Yeah, okay. I'd say, yeah, maybe.
Isn't he a rookie?
Kind of.
Lower.
Sheamus 126.
He's had a hell of a year. I think he should be higher.
I do too, yeah. I'd agree with that.
Hook, for it being his breakout year and everything, I think he's perfect where he is.
Yep.
124, by the way.
Undisputed Grimes.
Undisputed Grimes, 123. If I ever meet him, I'm going to call him that. Undisputed Grimes. He's going to be like, what the fuck?
Got that far.
Yeah. I'm going to be like, Undisputed Grimes. He's going to be like, what? I'm like, don't worry about it.
Okay, so Cameron Grimes is the leader of the Undisputed Era and buys the intellectual rights to it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. We see it on NXT.
I know next week on NXT, I'm like, that son of a bitch.
He's got Bobby Fish and Roderick Strong with him.
I'm like, a part of me would be like, that's awesome, but part of me would be like, that son of a bitch. Orange Cassidy at 114, top 10. Top 10?
Who, Cassidy?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say top 10, but I would say...
Okay, top 15.
See here.
Okay,
Let me...
top 12.
Give me a second here, because I have the top 25 written down. Let me just see, because if I look at the top 25, well, you know, considering, I would say yes, the top 12.
There you go. All right.
I would put him at number, well, no, I'd put him at number 10 and switch number 10 with number 13 and move number 13 down to fucking 114.
All right, we're going to skip ahead a little bit here in the interest of time. I just want to point out one more. Nick Gage at 112.
That amazes me that he
went
that high.
Yeah.
Probably for the pizza slicer spot.
All right, let's hit the 100 here. Let's see. We're just going to fly through some of these. Theory at 96. Jordan Grace at 97, which, okay.
Shit.
Don't get me wrong. I love me some Jordan Grace. You know, I can look at her ass and just forget a bad day, but, you know. So that means if there's no other women ranked above Jordan Grace on this list, then she should be number 1 on the women's list.
You would think.
That should be what happens here. Riddle at 89. Jungle Boy at 90. Gunther at 91. I don't know.
Dax Harwood at
101.
I don't even think Cash is on here.
Huh.
Let me check. Let me see here.
Yeah, go ahead. Do a control F on that one.
Cash Wheeler isn't on here.
What? That's weird. Sami Zayn at 84. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
I think he should be lower considering the year he's had.
Yeah.
Kingston at 85. Ishimori at 83. I like that. Ishimori at 83.
Okay, yeah.
Considering this is the year I finally discovered him, I like that. Oh, here we go. Carmelo Hayes at 77. You know what? I'll give him that one. He's 2-time North American champion. Went after Adam Cole in his debut. You know what? I'll give him that. Trevor Murdoch at 75. Top 20.
I would have said top 22. Yeah, I would have put him much higher than that.
Yeah. AJ Styles at 74. Wow. Damn.
And Edge at 65. Wardlow at 67.
Mystico, a.k.a. Sin Cara, 68.
What?
Yeah.
Somewhere Sin Cara's trampoline is just like, fuck.
And Filthy Tim Lawler at 69. Giggity. Nick Aldis at 60. We're going to be skipping over some names now. Yeah. Daniel Garcia at 48.
Should be lower.
Yeah. Ricochet at 54. He was pretty much here, you hold this title, so I don't have to defend it at WrestleMania for Sami Zayn. So, oh yeah, I forgot Sami Zayn was Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe not too lower for Sami Zayn, but lower. Ricky Starks at 53. If we're counting the FTW title as an actual title, then I'm okay with 53. If we're not, then he should be lower.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
All right. Shinsuke Nakamura at 46. Wait a minute. Did I just read that right? Okay, I thought, yeah. Yeah, how the fuck is Randy Orton ranked above Riddle?
That's what I want to know.
Yeah, Riddle's 89. Randy Orton is
47.
47. Darby Allin, 45. I'll give him that one.
Yeah.
Suzuki, 44.
Wheeler, you at 43. I would have put him lower.
No, I think that's fine. Pure Champion had a breakout year against. I'll give him that one. Kingston, lower. Now, if this was like a list of like who did the most chops this year, number 1, Bullet. You know, since this is a a list of the best wrestlers, and we're counting this on matches and championships and shit like that, way lower for him. All right, in the interest of time, let's get to the 25. All right. Sure. Braun Breaker at 26, by the way. I will mention that.
Yeah, okay. Good for
All right.
him.
AC Mack, not familiar with him.
Don't know him. 24 is Alexander Hammerstone.
The MLW champion. I'm not familiar with his work, but apparently he does good work over there. So
that seems about right for me.
Jay White, I think, should be higher.
I would put Jay White higher.
The IWGP heavyweight champion. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho. I don't know, man. I say lower.
I would say a bit lower too.
Yeah. Moose. Even though he finally won the Impact at 21, by the way, Moose.
Lower.
Even though he won the Impact title, yeah, I say lower because his title reign was really insignificant in my opinion.
Yeah.
Number 20 is Drew McIntyre. Higher.
Higher, yeah.
Kenny Omega, I think, should be way lower.
Way lower considering he's hardly been around.
Yeah, he's hardly been around. He should be way lower.
Yeah.
As much as I like Omega, Adam Cole at 18. I guess it sounds right. I really don't feel one way or another about it.
Well, okay, yeah, I'll give that.
I'm not offended by it. Like looking at it, I'm not really offended by it.
Seth Rollins, I would put it a little bit higher.
No, I think 14 is the highest I could put him considering the actual list and some of their accomplishments. 14 is the highest I could put him.
I'll give you that because it's still the top 15. I just don't think. I think he could have done better than 17. Because I mean, if we look at number 16, that's MJF. I mean, look at how. I guess.
Yeah. 15 is Tanahashi.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. 14, Josh Alexander.
Big breakout year for Josh Alexander.
Yeah, I think he should be higher.
I would have thought. I expected him to be higher.
I mean, he probably had good work, and I haven't seen it, but judging from this list, if I had the choice, I would take out number 8 and replace it with Josh Alexander. Number 8. For all I know, he could have had a banger year.
I can go. Yeah, I can see that.
For all I know, he could have had a banger year, and I just didn't see it. But in my opinion,
I can see that.
Number 13, God damn it, Matt Cardona. Fuck this guy, man.
Too high.
I am fucking. I don't care if he was NWA World Champion, had 14 titles and shit. I'm just fucking over this guy.
Yeah.
Yes, and yes, it's for a stupid reason, but still, I don't give a fuck. I'm over him.
Yeah.
His wife is fucking hot, which is cool. I'll admit, I like. Well, I don't even like him because I was about to say I like him for the fucking reason people like Killer Cross because they think they can fuck his wife, and you're never gonna fuck his wife. I don't even like Matt Cardona. I just like his wife. I think Chelsea Green fucking should be raked higher than fucking Matt Cardona. I'm sorry. When you can scream "fuck you" at little kids, but you can't say "ass" on your own YouTube channel, go fuck yourself. I don't care.
Yeah, okay.
12, John Moxley.
Yeah, okay.
Takagi. I think that's right. Shingo Takagi. 11.
I don't really know.
I know he carried the weight of the company when they were down and everything, but I don't know. I think number 10, Jonathan Gresham. I think he should be lower.
He should be lower. Big E should be lower.
Big E at number 9. If we count this on just accomplishments, unfortunately, yeah, I would have to put him lower. Number 8 is El Hero del Viking, as we mentioned, and I've seen some of his work. I just didn't see his work this year, but I've seen some of it, and he is really good. So, for all I know, in Mexico, he could have had a fucking banger year, for all I know. But I just don't know that much about him.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I can't really accurately.
Number 7 is Bryan Danielson.
Okay.
Yeah,
Seems about right. He's had one.
if we
He's
judge
had
it just
some
on wrestling
fucking
skills
wild
alone,
matches.
then
Fuck.
yeah, if we judge it just on wrestling skills alone, then I guess number 6, Cody Rhodes.
He
That's that
had those
shiny new.
matches with Sammy Guevara in AEW. He had the bangers with Rhodes and fucking
Yeah, but I think they're mainly just
Rollins, rather.
going by like, oh my god, it's shocking that he left AEW. Now he's in WWE. Now it's a shiny new toy. I think that's what
That's a bit, yeah.
you
If
know.
you
So
look at it on the other side of the coin with those matches with Sammy and those ones, I could see him right there.
I don't know. Number 5, Bobby Lashley, 2-time WWE champion this year and United States.
Almighty.
I think
Yeah.
he should be. I think he should be one higher.
Yeah, I'd switch those two. Yeah.
Because number 4 is Adam Page, Hangman
I
Adam
would
Page.
definitely switch those two. Bobby Lashley should be at that spot.
Yeah. Number 3 is CM Punk, which, despite your personal feelings about him, you have to admit,
considering the year he's had, I would put him right there.
Right. And number 2 is Okada, which, I mean, come on. Yeah. Can't have a fucking 500 without Okada. I think once Okada retires, they're going to retire the PWI 500. And number 1, you guessed it, Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Just number 1 on the fucking theme song alone.
Fuck kidding.
All right, so that was our take on the PWI 500. We didn't do all 500. Think we'd be here fucking way longer than this. But there's our take on it. Again, this is an episode we pulled just out of thin air. So if it wasn't that entertaining to you, our bad. But hopefully this segment will get you back into the mood and everything. For this episode, we're gonna take your questions again. I put up a short the other day saying, "Hey, if you got questions, leave them." Unfortunately, Shelby will not be here to answer your questions here, but me and Nick are here. So let's get right.
Before we get to the questions, I got a fact of the week.
I always forget that goddamn segment, and I came up with it. All right, fact of the week.
AJ Styles has now had more matches in 6 years as part of WWE than he had in 11 years with Impact.
Has he really?
Yep.
How many matches do you have the numbers?
I don't have the numbers, but
you really got to start digging a little deeper on this.
Well, fuck.
Because that's what I'm more interested in. Like, I'm like, oh shit, how many matches did he have? You're like, oh.
You have to consider house shows and all the other shit, right? Because TNA didn't.
Oh, are they counting that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, now we're gonna get to your questions here.
There we go.
We have quite a few here, so we're gonna bang through them here because we're almost out of time here. So, all right, first one here is from, I don't know how to say his name correctly, but Saram. We'll call him Saram. What's our favorite food? Very simple. Pizza. See, I would have thought you would have said sandwich.
I like me a good sandwich. I'm probably gonna make one after this, but
I don't know. Shit, I like. You would think I would say sandwich because I work in a fucking sandwich shop, but like, I like a good fucking pasta.
Oh, I do love pasta too.
Yeah, I do love pasta. But yeah, I think pizza would be up there too, man. I could eat pizza fucking every day and not get bored. Not get bored in the sense of just like, okay, I am bored, but like, let me change it up. Boom, I'm back in. Leo, who I know from the autograph community, he sometimes comes to the lives and everything. Leo Aguilar here. What's y'all's favorite Disney movie? Gee, Nick, I wonder what you're gonna pick.
It's a goofy movie, man.
There you go.
I fucking love that movie.
I have, like, if we're counting just the animated ones, then fucking Recess, School's Out, Goofy movies up there, and Aladdin. Those three right there. Wet Movie 1 wants to know who has the biggest dick.
I've never done a measuring contest there, pal. I don't know.
Yeah, Brendan, we never really do that here on this. You got to join us for other podcasts. You got to join us for other podcasts. Fuck Talk. That's when we do that one. And Brendan, or Wet Movie 1, also wants to know how many times a day do we all? How many times a week do we all play with ourselves? The question isn't how many times a week do I do it. The question is how many times a week don't I do it?
Up to 7.
Jesus. All right.
Potentially 1 for every day.
Yeah, there you go. All right, and these questions come from Jason. here. Jason was really excited that questions were back, and he has a couple here. So the first one is, are you excited for the new AEW game?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a big gamer, man.
Oh, you're not?
Yeah, no, not anymore.
I'll definitely check it out. I hear it's like, they say it's like bringing back No Mercy for 64, which is like, one of the best, wrestling games, out there, that have ever existed. So like, I'll definitely check it out. I mean, but like some of the shit that like they're saying about it now is like common sense shit for a wrestling game. Like I think I read like a report that were like Kenny Omega said that AEW Fight Forever will have tag team maneuvers, and I'm like, well, shouldn't it already have that? Why are you telling me that? That's like, oh yeah, this game is gonna have finishing maneuvers. Like, why do you need to tell me that? Like you shouldn't be telling me shit that should be basic at this point.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's worrying me about it. If you can meet any wrestler, who would it be out of the ones you haven't met, Nick? Because you've met a couple.
If it counts, Paul Heyman.
Yeah, I'll come Paul Heyman. I had the chance to meet him one time, and I had to fucking work. But like Jake the Snake Roberts, I would love to fucking.
Damn.
He was coming to a comedy club here in Cedar Rapids, but like I had to work, and it was like 3-day notice, so there was no way in hell I was gonna be able to get the night off.
Shit.
So like I like to meet Jake just to fucking meet him. And is there a wrestler that hasn't been inducted into the Hall of Fame that you wish was? David Arquette.
Miss
Yeah.
Elizabeth.
Oh yeah, she's not in. Oh, I forgot about that one. And Jason, with the big question here, he wants to know this. Do you think steroids messed up Chris Benoit's mind and made him did what he did, or was he just nuts?
I think it played a combination. I think it was a combination of previous steroid use along with blows to the head, numerous concussions, CT, whatever, like post concussion syndrome. I think it was a combination of a number of things that went, what's the word? Sufficiently untreated.
Mm-hmm.
Like if he had been treated better and he had gotten treatment for some of this stuff, I think he could still be here.
Yeah.
Having said that, he didn't.
Yeah.
And therefore, well, here we are.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, judging from what I've read about them examining his brain afterwards and everything, it definitely had to play a part. But I mean, I understand roid rage and shit like that, but like, I don't think I've ever heard of roid rage where like, this is the only case of like quote unquote roid rage where you kill your family.
Yeah,
at least to my knowledge. Yeah,
rage.
so like maybe I don't know.
Like maybe assault, like
yeah,
that,
like shit like that. But like
no.
I've never heard of roid rage where somebody kills their family and shit. So like maybe there's only 3 people who know what happened, and those 3 people are dead. Like Paul Heyman said, only 3 people know what really happened, and they're all dead. So it's just one of those things where like, I mean, we can sit here and theorize all fucking night. For all we know, like fucking, maybe it was the steroids. Maybe they got into an argument and fucking Benoit snapped, and just said, fuck it. And I think one of the most interesting theories I heard was that, like, like he kills Nancy, and then knowing that, like, Daniel, that was the son's name, Daniel was going to be growing up without a mother, so just to spare him that, he killed his son.
Yeah.
So like that's like one of the theories I've heard, so maybe it played a part,
And
maybe
then,
it didn't.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is Brett's questions. Brett usually has some fun questions, but he actually has some real questions here, and that is, what is your favorite wrestling promotion? I don't know if he means all time of right now, but like if he means all time, WCW, baby.
I mean, all the time I have to say WWE simply because that's the one I know most of.
Hmm. And his next question is, what is your social security number?
We in Canada don't have those.
Oh, okay.
We have social insurance numbers, and I won't give it to you.
Ah, okay. What's your favorite theme song?
Talking TV or wrestling?
I think it means like wrestling theme song.
Mark Henry, somebody's gonna get it.
Really?
Fucking love it, man.
That's a weird choice, but okay. Even though he's a fucking lying bastard now, but EC3 is 1%. What is your mother's maiden name? um, most overrated.
Kenny Omega.
What? Get out of here.
Yeah,
Right
fuck.
now, Matt Cardona.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
What is your first pet's name?
Walter.
Oh, okay. Most underrated. Reggie. No.
I'll say Jungle Boy.
I hear he sells a lot of autographs, so and he doesn't get a lot of time on TV, so I'll say the artist.
Hey, fair.
List any other security questions here. No thanks, Brett. Who do you think would be the nicest in real life? I don't know if he means wrestler or not. I think Brett just went off the rails here. I don't know if he means like out of the
I
three
don't
of
know.
us.
See, I'm not even sure of that either. I don't know. I mean, Mick Foley's a super nice guy.
That's what I've heard. Pretty real nice.
Fucking great.
Yeah.
Renee Paquette was really nice too. Joe Laurinaitis, God rest his soul, he was a nice guy. $1 million man, also nice. Scott Steiner, not so much.
Well, you only met him on the phone though. Maybe in person he's
but
nice.
He told me to fuck off when I asked for his last digits of his socials. So you know where that goes.
The next one is I'm Ron Burgundy? Question mark.
I don't know. Are you?
Who would be the rudest in real life? I've heard stories that Mark Henry's an asshole in real life.
I've heard that. I've heard that Randy Orton's an asshole. Brock Lesnar.
I've kind of heard. Yeah, I find it highly untrue, but I've heard stories that CM Punk can kind of be an asshole.
Bruce Pritchard. Might be an asshole.
Really? You think so?
I think so.
Yeah, you know what? I could see that.
Yeah, I could see that. I could also see.
I can kind of see Jim Ross being a dick.
Road Dogg, I could see being a dick.
Oh yeah. Totally.
Jerry Lawler, I could see being a dick. Jeff Jarrett.
I think that's one you'd have to piss off.
Who,
like, I think he'd be nice when you meet him, but if you keep like fucking poking him and shit, he'd be like, God damn it, stop.
Yeah, I could see that. I think Christian would also be an asshole too. He just has that, like, I mean, just I don't know what it is about him, but I'm just like, I think he'd be a dickhead. Honky Tonk Man, I don't know about. Because, like,
I would love to meet the Honky Tonk Man.
I was at a meet and greet that he was at. I just had already spent my money on Joe Laurinaitis, Road Warrior Animal. I was like, fuck, I have no more for Honky Tonk Man. But he was, like, taking pictures and shit, so, I mean, he might be a nice guy. I don't know.
I mean, going back to, what wrestler would you like to meet? Shit, I'd love to meet the Honky Tonk Man.
I'd love to meet the Blue Meanie. He seems like a fucking really cool guy.
Have you ever looked up his why the fuck is Blue Meanie in First Class story?
No.
Oh my god, look that up. It's so good.
Is that the one with Mick Foley?
Yeah, he's mentioned it there.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, okay.
Why the fuck is Blue Meanie in First Class?
I love during the I think it's Wrestling's Most Botched when they're talking about the Booker T promo.
Yeah.
And he's like, Hulk Hogan is more like he's really tan. He's more like a rich mahogany. Like just the description of it is this is fucking amazing.
Like the last time I saw Blue Meanie do like an autograph signing, I just wrote in the chat like, "Who the fuck let Blue Meanie in first class?" And like the guy who was like doing the autograph signing, he was like, "What the hell does that mean?" And like Blue Meanie told the story and everything. It was favorite heel. Who's your favorite heel?
JBL.
Shelby.
I fucking love JBL.
Yeah, Shelby's my favorite heel. And these last questions here come from Tony Dingle. He was excited as fuck that we brought questions.
Tony.
Yep.
The listener of the month here.
There you go.
Of the cast.
What platforms do you use to listen to music?
Spotify. YouTube.
That's it? Spotify?
Basically.
Yeah, I do Apple Music. Love me some Apple Music. I do use Spotify on my PS4 sometimes. Like if I'm playing something like Lawnmower Simulator, I'll put music on in the background, fucking play. Are you a Stranger Things fans, or no?
I'd like to get into it, but I've never watched a single episode.
You know, I started watching it one night, and I had like the biggest migraine, so I was like, let me just lay down and watch it and see if I can get into it. And I remember watching it. I remember liking it, but I had the biggest migraine, so I couldn't tell you what happened in it. Walking Dead fan? No? Yeah, me neither. I stopped watching after season 2. Also, he wants to know, who would you want to... God damn it. Who would you want to see Roman face at Mania? The Rock, Cody, or other?
Cody Rhodes. Velveteen
Dream. Come on, that'd be money right there. They're in Hollywood. Come on. What would you want? Would you want to see the Trampoline Cowboys in WWE?
It means the Young Bucks, and at this point, yes, to see what happens to AEW without them.
But he has a follow-up to that. Would they sink or swim if they did? I think they'd sink.
I think they would too, to be honest, because I almost want to say it might be a situation similar to the APA and the Public Enemy. Where they'd get in there and be like, oh, fake fucking super kick party. And then the Usos just whack and just beat the living piss out of them.
I think it'd be more like a situation. I think it'd be more like a situation like everybody's like, yeah, the Young Bucks are here. And then they just wouldn't do shit with them. Like, it'd be kind of like when Gallows and Anderson came back. Like, oh my God, they're here. And then they just fizzled. You know? Do you like Triple H bringing back the talent that Vince released?
With the exception of Cross and Scarlett, sure.
I'm okay with Scarlett. I think she's a pretty lady and shit. But like, Cross sucks. I'm sorry.
Scarlett doesn't do it for me. I'm sorry.
I mean, she's pretty. I mean, she's not my favorite. I mean, she's no fucking Lacey Evans.
Too much makeup on that one.
What event was better this year, SummerSlam or Clash at the Castle? Believe it or not, Clash at the Castle, yeah. Although SummerSlam did have some good matches, I will say. Yeah. All right, and the last one's from Tony here. What about the pandemic promoted a good thing or change in your life or negative?
I got a car.
You got a car?
Bought one.
Oh. I got really into fucking true crime and adult coloring.
Yeah.
Yeah. After more time has passed, I've been reading about this too, because like Blue Mania said this, a few other people have thought it too. After more time has passed, is the CM Punk Elite feud a work? I don't think so.
I don't think so either, because Cutler, Nakazawa, Buck, and Daniels are back.
Mm-hmm.
Punk.
Well, to be fair,
not even Punk, because Punk is hurt. So the Elite aren't included in advertisements until at least beyond Full Gear, which is in November.
I mean, to be fair though,
is on hiatus.
To be fair though, whoever put out that news, they could have just said, "Yeah, they're suspended." Yeah, they're back.
I suppose. But
You know, I'm not saying
I
it is
don't
a
think
work, but
it's
I'm
a
just
work.
saying in theory, you know, that they could have just said that.
I don't think it's a work.
Yeah, me neither. But
I just no.
all right. Well, those were our questions there. Thank you guys for leaving some questions. Maybe if you guys are good, maybe we'll do some more next week if Shelby's back. I don't know yet though. So now we're gonna move on to our vintage pick of the week, which is just usually something we think you should look up and watch, a show, a promo, you know, just something we think wrestling related why we think you should look up and watch. So Nick, what's your vintage pick of the week?
This one's a little, well, actually, it's really out there. So, Hulk Hogan appeared at the roast of David Hasselhoff,
Mm-hmm.
and Greg Giraldo fucking roasted Hogan big time. One of the key lines: "Keep your shirt on, bitch tits." So yeah, Greg Giraldo roasting Hulk Hogan at the roast of David Hasselhoff.
God, Greg Giraldo was such a good comic.
I miss that guy so much.
Oh yeah, he was good. Mine is like mine is a classic. You know, it's funny we were just ragging on Goldberg earlier. My vintage pick of the week involves Goldberg. When Goldberg's first run in WWE, of course, was not very well received. I mean, he had some bright spots in there, but there was one fucking moment that like I still sometimes go back and watch because it just hurts me watching it. And that is just type in Goldberg Spears Christian, and that's all you need to do.
Oh,
Yeah, see, Nick already knows what I'm talking about.
oh.
There's a spear where he just I'm pretty sure the Christian that we see now is not the Christian that we knew. I'm pretty sure that Christian that got speared,
himself a little.
that Christian who got speared by Goldberg that night died that night, and they had to make a new Christian. And because like the spear Goldberg gave him just, oh my God, just annihilated him. So like, yeah, it's Goldberg spearing Christian, and Christian's wearing like a green setup and everything. It's one of the best fucking spears you'll ever see from Goldberg. You know, so that's my vintage pick. Go check that out. There's the bell, so we know what that means. That signifies the end of the three-way dance wrestling podcast. This week, a two-way dance, a two-way tango between myself and Nick. Next week, hopefully now, we will get our epic conclusion to role-playing. And, of course, we're going to be bringing back impromptu promo next week. So we're going to be doing some role-playing and promo impromptu. So we're going to be doing double role-playing next week. So keep that in mind there for next week. And, yeah, so for Nick and myself, I am the ArtistVersion1. And remember, be breezy.